Just in the beginning, and again, it's just 4 games. The Pelicans look like they could be that surprise team this year. As Murphy launches a 3, he's been terrific in a victory against Golden State Tuesday. That game was a little cantankerous between the two. Paul, nice fake, drive in. Mikal Bridges off to another good start this year. Alvarado couldn't get that one to go. Paul. Chris Paul goes at Alvarado, poked away from behind. And Valanciunas with the outlet, saved by McCollum. Inside pass, Marshall. Alvarado sets, fires, and hits. Turns it over. 3rd turnover for the Pelicans. Bridges looking to post up. McCollum knocks it away. Excellent hands defensively for New Orleans. Bridges looking to post up. McCollum knocks it away. Excellent hands defensively for New Orleans. And Murphy, a little out of control, but drew the foul. And Trey Murphy will shoot as Chris Paul gets his first. Already for New Orleans, Zion Williamson sitting on the bench. 2nd straight game. Alley-oop to Biyombo. Chris Paul with a perfect pass.
You know, a student of the game and knows the inside and outside approaches and mentality of the game of basketball.
I think there is a respect factor there. Let's check in with George.
Guys, I spoke to Alvarado before the game today.
We're talking before the game. Willie Green, who was a teammate of Chris Paul, and they play one-on-one after every single practice. And just like every backup point guard in the history of the game, he said he torched Chris Paul every single day.
But that's where that respect came for those two. Garrett Temple guarding Chris Paul. Some old-style veterans. Nice pass and a better finish from Mikal Bridges. Marshall, the follow off the mark. Biyombo clears the boards again. 7 rebounds in 5 minutes for Biyombo, and a beautiful block shot. Chris Paul. Could I do this annual tribute to this guy? Garrett Temple is one of the best people in the NBA. Bradley Beal calls him the greatest teammate he's ever had. He's a pro, a class act, and he can play. He's always prepared. 36-year-old Temple guarding a 37-year-old Chris Paul. Now picked up, ball knocked away. Marshall has it, gets it off from half court. And that will end the first half.
They'll have to go with Bismack Biyombo and a number of other players at that center position. I also spoke to Pelicans assistants. He said they need to adjust to the Suns' adjustment of blitzing C.J. McCollum as they adapted to that in the 2nd quarter. And they also need to get the big man, Jonas Valanciunas, involved a little more. Mike.
Thank you, George. Biyombo very active, but it wouldn't go down for him.
He said they need to adjust to the Suns' adjustment of blitzing C.J. McCollum as they adapted to that in the 2nd quarter. And they also need to get the big man, Jonas Valanciunas, involved a little more. Mike.
Thank you, George. Biyombo very active, but it wouldn't go down for him.
He said they need to adjust to the Suns' adjustment of blitzing C.J. McCollum as they adapted to that in the 2nd quarter. And they also need to get the big man, Jonas Valanciunas, involved a little more. Mike.
Thank you, George. Biyombo very active, but it wouldn't go down for him. Alvarado fights over the screen, but gets lost. Cam Johnson. That's good. Booker to Paul. Paul for 3. And Bridges could not control it. 3.5 gone by here in the 4th. This equals the largest lead of the game for Phoenix. Chris Paul throws it up. Lindell banks it in. Another strong game for him. 8 points off the bench. And a Kawhi Leonard, a Devin Booker. They rely so much on that. DeMar DeRozan.
When it matters most and the lights are brightest, you need guys that can take and make mid-range shots.
Bismack Biyombo with the rejection. Another block, his 2nd. Craig Lee, 3-pointer, puts it in. Alvarado stops layup, can't get it to fall. Well defended by Cam Johnson. Chris Paul, Johnson is the trailer, lines up the 3 and knocks it down. Phoenix with a comfortable 16-point lead. Chris Paul. McCollum drives on Paul. And lost it. Paul back to Johnson. Johnson up and in for the layup. And lost it. Paul back to Johnson. Johnson up and in for the layup. Biyombo. Chris Paul. Bridges last year, all NBA defense first team. Just the incredible accomplishment. Oh, look at that pass. And Biyombo finishing. How about Bismack Biyombo tonight? Phoenix just too tough. Phoenix had the best home record in the NBA last year, the best overall. As Bridges gets inside, throws it down.